Alright, hi folks. So this is a Singleton version of the mobilization deck, and I'll give you a list after. It's pretty similar to the non-Singleton. It just you have to switch out some of the war machines that you would double up on for some lesser ones, you know, some weaker war machines. But the reason why you play the Singleton is so you can play a card called Radeyeh, which she's a 8 power card that you play that gives you one of your starting what do they call them, advantages or whatever. I forget what techniques. I think they call them techniques. But so she gives you a bonus one when you play her. So she's usually about a 13-point play. So that actually kind of helps, like, because I was telling you before with the other mobilization, the standard one, like you have a real easy time winning like one round because you do your siege and you just totally dominate that round usually. I haven't had too many siege rounds where I've lost them. But the trick is like winning another round. So I think playing the Singleton version of this actually kind of helps you with that, because the Radeyeh is like a really big play, a 13-point play that helps you win one of the other rounds. Well, like I said, I think the mobilization decks are probably at least tier 2. They might even be tier 3, depending how many people bring what they call it, scenario hate. Like if every deck has like bomb lobbers and every deck has what's that? I don't know what the new legendary guy is, but he's like the improved bomb lobber. But yeah, what's good is a lot of the class cards, the evolving cards, need a devotion to get to their final stage. So what's nice is they have to, like, decks will have to mess up or not play like certain really powerful devotion cards that only has to be for their class to play. Because I think both the bomb lobber and the neutral bomb lobber are neutral cards. They're both neutral cards. So there is that. So right now I'm trying to win with regular cards again. I'm trying not to commit the siege if I don't have to. And this is another video that I recorded last night, so I'm... Oh, shit. Alright, hi folks, welcome to another Minion Masters. Now, this is going to be a Singleton mobilization deck. So, it's all one-ofs. And it's so you can use a card called Radeyeh, who, well, her ability is that she gives you a starting technique along with her. And she's like a 8 power card. And then usually the technique will give you like another 5 power, so it'll be like a 13-point play. It'll be 13 points. But this deck runs very similar. So you have one round, the siege round, where you're just going to win it. Almost, like, I very rarely lose a siege round. And then, depending on like the bomb lobber or something, whatever. But even then, you usually will still kind of win it, because when you do the siege turn, you do it with your mobilization power, so you at least get the second ability ticked off, so you still have a good chance of winning that round. Now, this deck does have a weakness. So since it's Singleton, the only card that you can mobilize out is the Trebuchet, the one that you initially get with the siege. So what you want to do is when you play the siege, use your mobilization power then. I actually have a game on here where I ended up getting the Trebuchet in my hand on the turn where I had to play the siege, so it just took longer. But that leaves you open to like bomb heaver and whatnot. It's kind of the trade-off you get. Like with the, you can't really use your hero power on anything else but the siege in this version, which is what you normally would do anyway in both versions. But there's a weakness, because if you do get the siege off or whatever, and you have the trebuchet in your hand, then you're not going to be able to use your mobilization power. But I think the trade-offs, I think it's worth it for the Radeyeh ability. You know, they're both good. I guess if you want a little more consistency, you go with the regular version. If you want a little more power, you go with the Singleton version. And what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying not to use my siege if I can, because like it's like if you can win a round without committing the siege, that's huge, because the siege is going to win the round it's in, almost guaranteed. And yeah, this has some of the new cards too. Look at that ship. I think I fit a tactical advantage in here also, or amphibious assault. I mean, not tactical advantage. The amphibious assault card for Northern Realms is off the hook. It's like really powerful. And somehow I messed up the boat here. I'm not sure exactly what I did wrong. So I'm still trying not to commit my siege, I think. But keep playing crap until I commit some real stuff. I guess Phillipa's not really crap, but yeah, whatever. Phillipa? I don't know. So I'm trying really hard not to commit my the siege. Yeah, I know against his deck, Bomb Believer, was it Bomb Thrower or Bomb whatever? I know Bomb Heaver. He's useless, so I figured I'd just throw him out there. Alright, and so I'm going to put the Blood Baron here in hopes I don't have to use my siege. But I'm definitely planning to win this round, so if he throws out any more meat after... So I think I was thinking about conceding, just to get him to use another card. But then I was like, hell with it, I'm going to do a Blood Baron in the back and go up 13 points and see if he concedes. Or 12 points. And he does. Alright, so since I have the Bombardment, I'm planning to go full tilt boogie in this round, I think. I also have the Amphibious Assault. And, you know, I just go for the thing here because he has to play it out. So I'm planning to go all the way with this round. I guess I could have waited a turn. Maybe that wasn't the best. I think I want to find a way to kill that guy. Which I think I grabbed, what's the guy's name? Egmund. So he gets a little bit of a buff, and I think I just use their 2 abilities to kill off the guy that's going to pump up all his cards. It's a little bit of wasted damage, but that guy unchecked is like really powerful. This is actually perfect because I wanted to use Falibor this next turn anyway. Actually, I think I used the Bombardment. Oh no, I do use Falibor. Okay. Okay. Never mind. I do use the Bombardment. That's actually kind of bad for me because I can't target his units there. Okay, so I actually think I might lose this round. So I might have you know, I guess some rounds like with this, it's not kind of technically lost too much. It's like you drained him of all his resources using the siege. Okay, so it's the 3rd round, and it's kind of whatever best 3 cards we have between our 2 decks. And I drew the Radeyeh. Then 2 really bad cards. And I play the bleed guy here to counteract the pluses that he's going to get from that guy. then Enchantress. So we're kind of neck and neck here. And so this is the Radeyeh. So she gets a starting technique, and that's a +5, so she's a 13-point play. And so we end up winning it by 6. All right, so on to the next one. Yeah, mobilization's a kick, man. I really like it. Like I said, I don't think it's as powerful as other stuff, but I really like playing it. You kind of know when you gotta figure out when you do your big turn and then kind of eke out a win somehow. See, so like you wouldn't normally put a battering ram in the Singleton, etc. I'll make sure I'll put the Singleton list on here. I guess one bad thing is you don't get the bombardment, and I don't think you run the Triss or the. I don't run the Triss or the Lambert in here. I don't believe. So there is some trade-offs that way too. Like the other ones, like straight up, I'm gonna put out a bunch of machines and bombard and bombard and bombard. Yeah, often you can get like 5 bombardments in a game. I kind of messed up on that guy. I should have waited to play him because he buffs the guy next to him. I keep thinking he works like the other guys where they buff themselves. But for some reason, this guy concedes to me. I have no idea why. Vumbo the Wishmaster did not want to play. He was afraid of mobilization. He didn't even know the power could be. Maybe he had to go somewhere. All right, and we're waiting, and we're waiting. I think this next guy might be the guy that I played. Like, there's one guy for sure where it kept like, kind of timing out on him, like whatever. And I think that's like when they're playing on the cell phone a lot. It'll be like they keep disconnecting and reconnecting. Like the cell phone play on this game is terrible. I would not suggest for anybody to play it on their cell phone. The cool thing is, like, you can play against the practice deck on the cell phone. I have the app on my cell phone also, but I never play on the cell phone because it's not very well done on there. I don't think. A lot of bad connection. I think I was trying to figure out if the bomb heaver can kill that or not. don't know if that was the best play or not. I kind of like killing the Andragi larva, though, before they get going, if I can. That's what my thinking was there. And I think in this, because my hand doesn't have a starting siege, and I don't have any tutors that can get a siege in the starting hand. So I'm just trying to use as many bad cards in this round as possible. And besides the Falibor, he's actually one of the better cards in the deck. But from here on out, I've kind of realized that I just need to play as much shit as possible to get him to ditch out as much of his good stuff as possible. That's like my thought process now. Cause I was like, no, I know there's no way if he pushes this round, I can, legitimately take it. So I'm just trying to weed out as much good stuff from him as I can. Yeah, he just already shot like 10 points ahead of me. So I'm just trying to get close to his point level so he doesn't just like pass on me. I'm trying to keep getting him to play cards. Because I'm trying to get rid of all my bronzes. Or a lot of bronzes. So that's my only goal here. I think I might use Amphibious Assault too. I just want to. I don't want him to pass yet because I want to, keep him playing cards. And yeah, there's the opponent lost connection. I think he was playing on his cell phone. So I think I do a play. Yeah, I think I use the Amphibious Assault just to keep him playing more cards. Because I get the Amphibious Assault back again on the next turn. And there's his cell phone connection again. I think I just play that guy. And honestly, if I was him, I probably would have passed there. Because I guess he doesn't know my deck. But I don't have a 10-point play that would actually pass him up. So I'd have to use 2 cards if I wanted to win it. So that'd be a good pass for him. But I think he plays another card to just like slam dunk it home. Yeah, and a 10-point card too. Well, he could have played one of his like crappy bronzes. So that was probably like bad on his part. But I take it. I just pass and get out of here. And I pray that I get my siege card on the next turn, or else I'm in trouble. Still no siege. So I think I drop on me here because there it is. There's siege. Not sure what to do here. Oh yeah, this is what I was talking about though. So I think I got Did I get the Trebuchet? Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. Oh, he just passes. Okay. That's right. So I'm trying to think of how I can beat the 9 points without wasting a good card, which is pretty easy. Okay. So what's cool is I'm pretty excited to have the siege card for the 3rd round now. I thought I was going to have to use it then. I thought he was actually going to play a game, but he decided just to try to bleed me a little bit. Which, my hand is pretty stacked right here. And what's cool is the Hu'uri there at the end, right here. This card guarantees that I get my Radeyeh. So I knew I had my Radeyeh, and there is his bad cell phone connection again. And again. I think he hangs in there like a trooper, though. Get the and again. You really did want to buck him out, though. Oh, and all right, so this is what I was talking about. I drew my Trebuchet, too. So now my mobilization power is useless because I have nothing. I'm a Singleton deck, and the only card I can fetch is the Trebuchet that gets formed from when the siege happens. So just bad luck, bad draws. Cut my power out in the 3rd round of this game. Like I said, I think it's worth it to play the Radeyeh. She's pretty powerful. Okay, I think I might go a little overboard here. I think I remember. And there's the bad damn connection again. But I use the Phillipa here. Just because I really don't like larvae. I guess because I play monsters so much, I know how powerful they are. So, like, since I play monsters so much, I want to kill those things, like, every single time I see them. And this is actually a really cool Drowner move he does because it sets up my Temple Guard to buff all 3 of them. So that makes him a full 7-point play for 4 provisions. Really nice. So it's funny, like my 2 of my bronzes and the Phillipa are just giving them a world of trouble here already. So I think I play the Egmund. I kind of want to just cancel off that bleed on her. kind of saving. I want them to have a bunch of stuff out there before I like bombard them the multiple times, you know. Yeah, I think this is where I go for it. And since I can't use my mobilization power, I can't get the second trebuchet to get to the round 2. Because it's in my damn hands. So next turn I'm going to start bombarding, I believe. It's kind of cool. So I have that engine going on the Phillipa. And I don't know, like he probably should have. Oh, I guess he had to put that in the Range Road to eat his own guy. So never mind. So he had to feed my trebuchets. Well, I think the bombardment fills up your war machines also, which are kind of nice. If they have what is it called? Charges. Now on that one, I think he should have put it on the melee round or row. And there's the Radeyeh. So I've got the 2 trebuchets here, taking 2 points away from him a turn, and then I got 1 point a turn going on here. And it's still pretty close because the monsters are just so damn big. Like all his guys are so big. I mean, whittling away here is still not a. That was actually really powerful right there. And I think I just take dagger here because I want to kill off. He has a 6 power unit, I think, up there. Yeah. I can use the Egmund finally. And there's Igni, the card I should have kept when I was playing Monsters versus the Double Ball. And I just barely win. Hold on, I win. All right. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I will put the deck list on the YouTube video. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.